the truth doesn't set you free. The truth can tear you apart. When you learn to embrace the truth about your love life, you'll find yourself flying, even when it feels like you're falling. You'll find your love soaring, even in the eye of the storm. Catch Heartbeats exclusively airing on Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM from Mondays to Thursdays by 11 p.m.
101.1 Human Rights Radio. Redefining broadcasting.
When times are always at their darkest, and when things seem to be at their starkest, love always seems to stand as a beacon. You see, it's always when we are downtrodden, it's always when we've lost hope, and we feel that there isn't anything to live for. Love has a way of shining through in those darkest, deepest, most despair of times, and lifting us out of the hole and taking us into the light. But you see, sometimes we're so caged in our own fear of loneliness, our own fear of hurt, that we tend to cast aside love and forget the redemptive power that it has. Sometimes love is staring you in the face. Sometimes love is reaching out to you like a hand reaching to you in the darkness to pull you into the light. But because of that fear, the fear of the unknown, the fear that even if you are deserving of it, you feel you're not. You hide further within yourself. You hide in your despair. You wear it like a shield and an armor, looking and searching for love in all the wrong places when love is staring at you in the face. You see, love isn't pretty. Love isn't like a gift that's tied up with a nice pretty pink bow. Love is hard. Love is difficult. It is tough. But for those who believe, for those who are strong, and those who are ready to fight for it and persevere for it, end up reaping the best and sweetest fruits that love has to bear. So why do you hide? Why do you fear it so much? I believe the reason why we run from it and fear it so much is most times when we see love, when we receive love in our lives, the lifetime of heartache, the lifetime of strife, makes it so hard to believe and so unimaginable and so unbelievable that we shun it, we turn it away. We feel we're undeserving of it. But everybody in this life deserves to be loved and to show love. So take that leap of faith. Reach out, put your hand out in the darkness, hold on and pull through and come out on the other side, because for those who are willing to step into the fray, those who are willing to put themselves on the line, reap the benefits of the sweetest love that we can't even possibly imagine. You're still tuned to Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and of course, if you can hear the sound of my voice this evening, I'd like to welcome you to a very special program that's dedicated towards the celebration of love. Welcome to Heartbeat, a program specially dedicated to all the lovers out there, from the young lovers to the old flames. This is a program for you. You see, on Heartbeat, matters of the heart is our business. We like to take a deep dive into love, to study it, to imbibe it, to dissect it, to learn from it, to grow from it, and also to practice it within our lives towards the promotion of happy and healthy relationships. That is our business. That is our creed. And of course, as always, once again, I'd like to welcome you to tonight's program. My name still remains Bucci, and like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts, and once again, I have the unique privilege, nay, I have the singular honor to be your host this evening, to be your guide as we take another journey down Lover's Lane. So whether you're a content heart this evening, a heart that's filled with so much love, and you're wrapped up or snuggled up right next to that very special person you call your heartbeat, or whether you're a lonely heart this evening, a lonely heart that's looking for someone to love, or whether you're a troubled heart that's filled with questions about your love, about your life, and about your relationships, and you've been running from pillar to post looking for those answers and solutions to your relationship questions and needs. If you can hear the sound of my voice this evening, rest assured you're tuned to the right place, and help and the answer is just around the corner. So sit back, relax, fasten your seatbelt, because once again, we're about to take another journey into love. We're going to take a short musical break, and of course, when we come back, we're going to dive straight into the topic of the day, because that's what we do here on Heartbeat, exclusive to Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. Keep your dial locked. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after this.
You became the light on the dark side of me. Love remains a drug that's high and not the pill. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large, and the light that you shine can't be seen?
You're still tuned to Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. And of course, if you can hear the sound of my voice this evening, I'd like to welcome you to a very special program dedicated to all the lovers out there, from the young lovers to the old flames. This is a program for you. Welcome to Heartbeat, exclusive to this station, Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. And of course, as always, as all our programming and content on this station, this program is being aired and streamed live on all social media platforms. So whatever your preference or your favorite is, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, you name it, we're on it. Just type in Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, leave your comments, your questions, your views, and your opinions on the comment section. And of course, we'll get back to you, because feedback from you is the most important thing for us, because without you, there is no point in us being here tonight. And as always, you can listen to us anywhere you are on the surface of this planet, whether from Kathmandu to Timbuktu, whether you're in Russia, in Venice, or whether you're in Libya. Doesn't matter where you are on the surface of this planet, you can join in by downloading our app. Download our app from the Google Play Store or your Android or your iOS store. And of course, it's still Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. Listen to us anywhere you are and be a part of our family, because these are just some of the steps we take towards redefining broadcasting. Right, ladies and gentlemen, as always, my name still remains Bucci, and like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts. And once again, in the immortal words of Charlie Chaplin, I'm a tramp, a gentleman, a poet, a dreamer, a lonely fellow who's always hopeful of a romance and an adventure. And tonight, once again, we're about to take another adventure into love. Tonight, before we kick things off, I want to tell you a story. I want to tell you a story I heard, or I got from a friend of mine this evening. And I feel it kind of ties in with what I want to talk about today. Now, of course, like all stories, we start off with once upon a time. There was once a man. Let's just put it this way. There was a man. And, of course, he's married. He had his wife. And on this particular day, they're living together. He returned home from work and, of course, found his wife cooking one of his favorite meals. As he stepped through the door, she gave him a kiss, of course, a welcoming kiss. And they exchanged pleasantries. It was a fine evening. They were so happy. And of course, while they sat down for dinner at the dinner table, the woman, his wife, her cell phone rang. And it turned out to be a message from a friend of hers, a good friend of hers. And now, the contents of said message, the husband wasn't entirely sure. He just asked, who was that? So it was a friend of mine. And it turned out to be a male friend. Now, that of course upset the husband. And he took offense to it, in the sense, why is this male friend of yours sending you a text message at this point in time while we're having dinner? Husband was upset, dropped his fork, his knife, went straight to bed and refused to eat his meal. Now, the woman, being perplexed by all this, tried to sort things out. Husband refused. He went to bed, didn't talk to her. Now, also in her annoyance, that why would her husband jump to such a snap and rash conclusion like that? Both parties didn't exchange any pleasantries. They climbed the bed. The husband faced one side of his own half, facing the wall. She faced her own half, facing the wall, and they slept off. Both angry, both filled with, of course, a sense of hurt and rage. The next day, the man wakes up, gets straight to the bathroom, showers, gets ready for work, comes out. His wife is still in bed, thinks she's still sleeping. He's had a change of heart. He feels he needs to talk to his wife, but then he decides, nope, I'm still angry. Let her come and talk to me. She owes me the explanation. I'm the hurt one. I'm the aggrieved one. And so he goes downstairs, makes himself a quick breakfast, and leaves the house. Now, while he's at work, he has a change of heart. He starts having second thoughts. Maybe I did act a little hastily. Maybe I did jump into conclusions. Maybe I overreacted. And so he goes over to a store, buys this beautiful, beautiful watch that him and his wife had been eyeing the other day and he knew his wife would love. Picked up some ice cream, some flowers, things that he knew she would like, so that he could come home, tell her he's sorry, and make up with his wife. He got into the house. Nothing had been done. The kitchen was the same as it was when he left it for breakfast. He was wondering, was she also this angry too that she refused to do anything? He goes upstairs to the bedroom, and there's his wife still in bed, motionless, not making a move. He walks over to his wife, touches her on the shoulder, and rolls her over, and lo and behold, his wife had passed away. Now, rewind a little bit. In the middle of the night, when both parties had gone to bed angrily, apparently his wife had a bit of a, let's call it a brain aneurysm. She tried to reach over and touch her husband, but in his anger, of course, he rebuffed her gestures, thinking, oh, maybe she wants to rejoice, maybe she wants to make it up to me, but I'm not going to give in that easily. Whereas his wife was in crisis. She was dying by his side, and he didn't even know it. He was so blinded by his own anger and his rage that he held on, and she passed away in the middle of the night right there when he could have done something. Now, when you hear a story like this, when something like this crosses your path and you hear something like this, I know we've all been in this kind of a situation. Your spouse does something to annoy you. You are pissed off at them. Your partner, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, you're angry at them. It's a normal, natural reaction. But how long do you hold on to that anger? You see, when you're angry, like life, everything happens. Something happens, you get pissed off. It's normal. You get upset. The question is, how long do you hold on to that anger? Because anger is sort of like an ulcer. It burns through your stomach, and the longer you hold on to it, the more hazardous it is to your health. And what are you giving up, and what are you putting yourself through by just holding on to that blind rage, to that anger, to that one slight? Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. But how long do you hold on to your anger? You see, using this relationship, this story with what happened, of course, husband is devastated. He's crying, he's screaming in despair at his dead wife, and then he sits back, and then, of course, in that moment, he realizes the death of his wife is on his head. Her blood is on his hands. All because he couldn't let go. He couldn't reconcile. You see, when you're in a marriage, when you're in a relationship, when you're a couple, things will happen because you're two different individuals who've been raised differently, who have different itineraries, goals, beliefs, and idea systems. That is a normal, natural occurrence. But then, what matters is that even in your disagreement, even if in your anger, even in your hurt, you don't allow the negative to outweigh the positive. You don't allow those negative feelings to outweigh and foreshadow the love you share with this person. You're in a relationship with this person. You love this person. Love, part of love is forgiveness. You must be able to let go and forgive. You can't stay too angry or too pissed off at your partner. For how long? It is unproductive, and it is like an ulcer. It eats away at you. So how long are you going to hold on to your anger? How long are you going to keep punishing yourself? Is it until when things become too late? Would you want to be like this husband and wait until something tragic or terrible happens and then that brings you back? You see, time is too short for fights. Fighting, conflict is part of a relationship. We've talked about this. I've had many talks about this, and conflict is a part of a relationship. But at some point, there has to be moments of peace. You have to let go. You have to be, it's sort of like having, when you have kids. Or when you have children. You can't stay forever angry at your child. You love this person. You want things to change. Maybe it's something that happened. You make steps towards that change. You do it in a loving, direct way. Not in a hurtful, bashful sense, but in a loving, direct way. You correct, you change, you learn, you adapt. You don't hold on to anger. You see, you have to love, practice love, and sow love into your marriage, into your relationship. And part of loving is forgiving. It's letting go. It's compromise. It's sacrifice. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is a saint. We all have our mistakes. We all have our flaws. We do things to hurt one another on a daily basis, knowingly or unknowingly. That's life. But what's important is the core values and the core system that makes up this person and makes up your relationship. Where is it coming from? Is it coming from a place of love, from hurt, from anger? Love supersedes all. Love has a way of overshadowing and shining through. And we must always embrace it and imbibe it in our relationships. You see, you have to take good care of your partner. Whether it's your wife or your husband, you have to love them, give to them, give yourself to them, pamper them, take care of one another. Kiss each other as many times as you can, because life is too short. Time is short. You can be gone just like that, just like the story. Now, one of the main reasons why this husband broke down and was crying was regret. Had he just let go of his anger, let go of his pride, stop grandstanding in a relationship. There is no point, there is no room for grandstanding. Oh, this is me and this is my pride, and this. What is your pride? What is your pride? Your pride should be your partner. Your pride should be your love, not your ego. Let go of your ego. You see, many a times we walk into relationships carrying a chip on our shoulders, carrying that ego. This is who I am, and nobody will say, look, love suffers for love. Love bleeds for love. And if you can't love your partner wholeheartedly, selflessly, guard and fight for your love selfishly, then what are you doing in that relationship? What is the point in sharing that relationship? Love needs to be tender. I mean, Don't be afraid. Kiss your partner every day. Give them a hug. Let them feel loved. Do something special for that person. Never get tired of professing how much you love, you miss, and you care for that person. Let that person feel fulfilled and whole with you. Love is a sacrifice. Love is a fight. You must fight for it. You must stand for it. Sometimes we overthink our love. We try to put methods and equations to our love. We try to undermine it with theories and theorems on how it should be and how we think it should be. There is no right or wrong way. There's only what should be and what shouldn't be. Tend to your love. Treat your love. That person that is in your life, you never know what will happen. Tomorrow, they could be hit by a bus. They could sleep and never wake up, and you lose that person. Do you want to live with a relationship filled with regrets? You regret it. You live in that constant state of, had I known, if I had just given this person a chance, if I had just let go of my pride and my anger to see that this person truly did love and care for me. When are we going to get to that point? How long can we hold on to angers over trivial things? Like the story we just told. It was a message. If you had looked through or seen through that, maybe you would have understood that, oh, it was just a friend. But he didn't. The husband didn't. Went to bed angry. His wife was dying by his side and reaching out. And because of that anger and that pride, that stupidity, I call it blatant stupidity, she passed away right next to him. And he never got a chance to say goodbye. Is this how we characterize our love? By our egos, by our pride, by pettiness? Love goes beyond all these things. It does. So stop and think. If you don't want, if you can't put your pride aside to solve your problems, to talk through your issues, not to go to bed angry, resenting one another, going to bed in love, no matter what, because love is encompassing. If you truly do love somebody, you say you love this person, and you mean it from the bottom of your heart and depths of your soul, then you should be able to look through and look past your pride. You see, sometimes you have to sacrifice for love. And like I said, there is no perfect person. Nobody's perfect. Because real love is willing to sacrifice, and it's out there. No matter how cynical you think this world is, no matter how difficult or how hard things are, there are real people out there with real love, willing to let it go. And if you're one of those people, pride comes before your fall. You let go of your pride. Stop grandstanding. Forgive. Sit down and communicate. Communication, I've always said this, is one of the tenets, the key foundations of any relationship. Talk to your partner. Open, honest dialogue and communicate. Let go of your pride and your grandstanding and, oh, I feel, oh, I just want to. There is no I anymore. There's we. It's you and that person. So stop looking at yourself and look at that person as part of you, as both of you being a team, as a whole. Communication between couples is always very important, especially when it comes to when you have differences, when you have disagreements, when you have an argument. Before you go to bed, I think it's a good book that even tells us, don't let the sun go down on your anger. And this is especially true in a relationship. Do not go to bed angry. Don't go to sleep angry with your partner. If there's something out there, be bold enough to open up and talk about it. My father used to say one thing always, when it comes to relationship, when it comes to couples, and there's an argument or a disagreement, the first person who is able to swallow their pride, to sit down and calm down and say, you know what, I'm sorry, let us talk. Let's talk about this. In the end, that person is the one who has won the argument. Because that person who's able to swallow their pride is doing the adult thing, is being the bigger man. Even if you're right and your partner is wrong, even if it's not to your favor and it's not so palatable and it doesn't go sweet, it doesn't go down well, but you do it for the bigger picture. You do it for your love, for your relationship. So stop grandstanding. Stop making those shoulders and acting like you're a saint when you're not a saint. You have problems just as much as your partner has problems. Both of you are not perfect. You're not saints. So let go of that silly pride. Let it go. Keep it aside. So what? It happened, it happened. Now deal with it. That's what adults do. That's what grown-ups do. That's what reasonable people do. You let go of your anger and your pride, because to be honest, time is fleeting. Time is short. This life can end at any time. You don't have a manual or handbook or when a relationship will begin or end, or when life will begin and end. Nobody does. But in the meantime, in the space in between the beginning and the end, why not enjoy the ride and make the ride smoother by letting go of each other's pride and embracing that person who is your partner, who is your wife, who is your husband, who is your boyfriend, your girlfriend, that person you say, you claim, and you profess you love. Love overshadows every other kind of feeling. It trumps it. You see, marriage is not easy, like we've said. It's not a bed of roses. It's not all candy and sweetness. Even relationships, the same thing. You will always come to headways. You'll always come through obstacles. You always come through difficulties. But it is those people who are willing to fight together, to realize that what is bigger than those problems and what is bigger than those obstacles is the love and bond they share with one another, for each other. Not seeing themselves as an I, but as a we. We will overcome together. You see, it's not easy. Love is hard. But what makes it harder is when we embrace all the pettiness, the pride, the ego, the me. Let go of those things. Don't be afraid to express your love to your partner. Don't be shy in letting them know how treasured and how special and how loved they are. Let them know. Make yourself worthy of their love and let them be worthy of your love. Stand for your love. Fight for your love. Build your love. Let go of your pride. Don't hold on to silly pride. Don't hold on to silly anger. Anger can only burn for so long, while love is eternal. Let it go. And build with your partner. Stand with them. Fight for them. Fight with them. But always remember to show and to share love. Love is the maximum, is the everything in that relationship. It is that love, that infatuation that has brought you two together. Why let something as petty as ego and anger tear you apart? Don't hold on to your anger. Don't let it be your saving grace. Don't let it be the thing that you escape to. Swallow your pride, put aside your ego, and embrace your partner. Because tomorrow, if today was your last day and there is no tomorrow, all you have is right here and right now. Love. You're still tuned to Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and of course, this is Heartbeat, and my name still remains Bucci, and like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts, and once again, I'm going to take a very short break, and when we come back, I'm going to open up the phone lines to you out there for you to call in, to share your views, your opinions, your thoughts, and of course, share your troubles. Ask your relationship-related questions, and we will do our best to prefer you with the best answers and solutions that we can. Of course, this is still Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and this is Heartbeat, and I'll see you soon on the other side. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. the heart. They say the truth can set you free. But when you've lived in a lie for so long, the truth doesn't set you free. The truth can tear you apart. When you learn to embrace the truth about your love life, you'll find yourself flying, even when it feels like you're falling. You'll find your love soaring, even in the eye of the storm. Catch Heartbeats exclusively airing on Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM from Mondays to Thursdays by 11 p.m.
101.1 Human Rights Radio. Redefining broadcasting.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you're still tuned to Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and of course, this is Heartbeat, and my name still remains Bucci, and like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts, and we've reached the segment of the program where we open up the phone lines to you out there for you to call in, to share your views, your opinions, your thoughts, and of course, what's troubling you this evening? What relationship-related questions do you have about your love, about your life, and about your relationships? You've been running from pillar to post, with this heavy burden in your heart, trying to find a way to solve that problem in your life, in your love, in your marriage, in your relationship. That burning relationship question that you have, feel free to call in and ask. The number to call still remains 081-8999-1011. I'll take it again, 081-8999-1011. Of course, you can also call in to share and spread some love to that very special person that you want to just reach out to and tell them how much you love that person, how much you need that person, or what that person means to you. Or if you want to call in to share your own views and opinions about the topic we just talked about this evening, feel free to do so. Like I always say on this program, no man is an island of knowledge. No man is a library or repository of knowledge. And of course, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not even a social psychologist. I'm just a man with a passion for love. Just call in and share your thoughts. Who's going to be my lucky first caller? Yes, the network has been a little wonky. A few calls have been trying to get through, but of course, the number to call still remains 081-8999-1011. Try your luck. You might be. Of course, you might probably be the one to get through. I'm still waiting for that lucky first caller to call in to be a part of this program. Of course, this is still, my lucky first caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my brother.
Okay,
welcome to program.
Thank you so much. I was really impressed by your words this morning.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. What's your name and where are you calling me from?
I'm Kingsley, calling from Cuba.
Kingsley, my brother from Cuba. How have you been?
I'm okay, brother.
Fantastic. Talk to me. What can I do for you?
Seriously, I'm not happy.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's the matter?
I can't sleep. As in, many things are running off my mind.
Were you a supporter of Belgium and then France decided to break your heart this evening?
No, that's not my problem. My problem is my relationship with my woman.
All right, talk to me. Tell me.
I have a girlfriend. I'm just my fiancée.
Okay.
Today was her birthday. Yeah. But my heart is heavy.
What's the matter?
I left her yesterday evening, around 6. I told her I was going out. I knew today is her birthday, but I just want to give her a surprise.
Yes.
I told her I'm going out. I won't be back this evening.
Yes.
So I went back to my house to prepare the surprise.
Okay.
So unknowingly, in the next 30 minutes, my mom walked in to my room.
Okay.
And told me that is it not my girlfriend she saw on the road that wanted to go out now? I was like surprised. Because all I thought, she thought I went out.
Yes.
So I was surprised. Maybe the same girl mom was not impressed with her, but I made everything possible for her to love my mom to love her. So my mom started loving her little by little. So, but right now, what she did has killed everything I have walked through. Even her mom knows me as a fiancé. Her dad knows as a fiancé. Her dad knows me. Everybody knows me in the family. But like seriously, when I walked down to her house, I noticed she was in her home, and I tried calling her up, and I wasn't going through. She off her phone. So I don't know what to do.
Okay. Since when is it? Throughout today, this happened today, or was it like yesterday? Like yesterday evening. So since then till now, her number. Since then till now, her number has been switched off.
Yeah.
And it's her birthday.
Yeah.
It seems like she probably went out. Maybe she went out with friends or something like that. But don't assume the worst for now, because, like you said, you were trying to surprise her. Maybe she didn't know you were planning something. But even at that, her going out, I know it's kind of sketchy. But don't just draw the line on her. But then also, I want to comment on something. Now, I know how important it is, or how important it is for a mother to approve of the person that her son or her child wants to spend the rest of his life with. Like you said, this is your fiance. This is somebody you want to spend the rest of your life with. Now, for you to get to this point, it means that you've dated, you have seen qualities in this person that you like, and then you want to marry. Now, in the end, it's not your mother's opinion, it's your opinion, because in the end, you're the person that's going to live with her. So I understand how important your mom's opinion is, but in the end, it is your decision. You decide whether you're going to, because in the end, your parents will not be there, her family will not be there. The relationship is just based on you and her. So don't assume the worst for now. First and foremost, why not just wait? Maybe tomorrow her phone will be on. You then go and meet her and let her know how you feel. Look, this is what I was actually planning, but then I saw you left the home, you turned off your phone, nothing, not even to let me know if you had plans for your birthday to do it with other people or something like that.
Because to me now, I felt that maybe she has something somewhat more important than my presence.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to.
She went out and she off her phone.
You're going to confront her.
She did it.
How long have you been dating? How long have the two of you been dating?
Pardon?
How long have the two of you been dating? How long have you been dating? Pardon? It's not. I can't hear you, Kingsley.
I've been dating her since when I was in school.
Since when you were in school, and how many years is that?
It's over 5 years now.
5 years. This is a 5-year relationship. 5 years is a long time to get to know somebody. Now, what I'm saying is, this is the first time something like this has happened. Why not give the benefit of doubt to you?
The reason why I said 5 years because she stayed at Port Harcourt. I school in Aba, but I lived in Abuja.
Yes.
So when I was done with school, I had to locate her down to Abuja.
Okay.
Because I located her down to Abuja this year. So know more about it. For me, for that 5 years, we have not been that close. We just visit and tangle. But I decided to locate her down to Abuja so that for her to be close, for me to monitor her, to know the kind of person she really is.
Exactly.
But this looks like she has been close. Seriously, she's a different type of person I ever expected.
You see,
I just have to cook myself to know if there is a way I can change her.
No, but you can't. Look, Kingsley.
When I notice everything,
Kingsley, listen to me. Kingsley, listen to me. Kingsley, listen to me. Listen to me. You're speaking. You're upset right now, but then you cannot change a person for who they are. You're, like you said, you want to get to know her, not to change her. If you love someone, you love them with that's back, front, the good, the bad, the ugly, the parts that are pretty, the parts that are not so pretty. You love them in totality. And like you said, you're trying to get to know this person, meaning you don't fully know this person all that well because you were dating on and off long distantly, and it's just this year that this person has come to Abuja and you're spending this time together to get to know one another. So it's a process. Before you make a snap decision, why not have a conversation with her first? I know how it feels, especially the fact that it's her birthday and she went out with someone else. Maybe there's someone else, maybe there's a reasonable explanation, but give her the benefit of doubt. But like you said, you're still in the process of getting to know this person, meaning you may end up marrying this person or not. But why not wait till tomorrow? I don't know, whenever her phone comes on, whenever she's there, see her and talk to her about it. Don't accuse. Have an adult conversation with her. Look, this is what happened, and this was my plan. This is what I wanted to do, but you were not home. What happened? Where did you go to? Is there someone else? Is there something you don't want to tell me? How do you feel about this relationship? Do you want to move forward with me or not? You know, get to the crux of it, because right now you're making big plans and big investments, but it doesn't sound like it is totally solid or totally clear whether you want to take this person down the aisle or not. Why not, before you make those kind of commitments, those kind of big commitments, especially moving her all this way to here? When you move her here, it means you're already ready to get married to this person.
Yeah.
Why not, before you make those things, get to know her more? You know, have intimate conversations with her, get to know her character. This is like you said, this year, this is the 7th month of the year. Let's say you moved there and that's 7 months. You can't marry someone within that 7. You get to know her more. Yes, like you said, you've been knowing her on and off throughout school for 5 years, and it's just this year, this time, that you're actually spending this quality time together to know each other more. This is still the process of getting to know each other. And like I spoke about, you know, love, when it comes to love and when it comes to relationships, instead of jumping to anger, why not have a conversation with her, communicate with her, so that you know whether you're moving forward together, whether you both share the same idea and plan. Because sometimes it sounds like you're making the plans, you have your plan, you have everything that you want to go and how you're going, but what about her plans? What about her, including her into it, making her a part of it, so that she shares in that shared vision and shared dream? So why not just, before you conclude about anything, see her tomorrow. See her, wait till daylight, sleep on it, see her tomorrow and talk to her. This is what happened, this is what I tried to do, and this is what I noticed. What's going on? How do you feel? Are we moving forward together? You know, that kind of a deep conversation. It's a very important thing, okay?
Thank you so much.
I understand how you feel, and I feel your pain, my brother, and I wish you all the best, all right?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right then, Kingsley. Take care of yourself, okay?
Thank you.
All right then. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this still is Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and of course, this is Heartbeat, and my name still remains Bucci, and like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts, and the number to call still remains 081-8999-1011. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah, my name is Innocent. I'm calling from Airport Road.
Innocent from Airport Road. How's Airport Road this morning, my brother?
Please, we are quiet. It's night.
Fantastic. It's quite cool evening. Talk to me, my brother.
Yeah.
What can I do for you?
Please, I want to talk about my relationship.
Please, go ahead.
Please, I have I'm in a kind of serious relationship which the lady already have promised me something, and I have promised her something already.
Okay.
And now it's like I'm trying to observe the equation, but there's some kind of characters that I've found out that I'm not pleased with.
Okay.
You see, sometimes, let's say about a month ago, I had some projects that I needed someone to help me in planning, something like that. If it comes to all those kind of things, the girl doesn't show herself.
Okay.
But anytime that they come for something like, okay, just come and let me take you out, let me do something like this, for you. You see the person will be the lady will be very active, you see her coming out. Because all those things, I keep wondering, I don't know if as I said before, if what I promised her, if I fulfill that promise, if this will keep on repeating itself or it will change. That's what I'm just confused.
Okay. All right, my brother, first and foremost, Innocent, thank you for calling. Innocent, how long have you been in this relationship with this person?
It's just barely a year.
Barely a year.
Yeah.
All right. And have you ever voiced your concern when it comes to something like this?
Hello?
Have you ever talked to her about it, about how you feel?
Hello?
Innocent, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, what I'm saying is, have you ever spoken to her about these feelings that you have? Like, this is your concern when it comes to this. Why? Have you ever, like, challenged her on it? Have you ever questioned her about it?
No, I'm still on the observation part of it.
But then, Innocent, it's not about observation. Right now, she's doing something that you don't like and you don't approve. How will she know if she's in the wrong if you don't tell her? You have to tell it to her. Look, this is my plan. Because there's one thing I always say on this program, and it's something that my father always says to me, and I try to imbibe it in everything, because it goes like this: genuinity. That's if you want to know if somebody is real, if you want to get to the true nature of somebody, genuinity comes from selfless, thoughtless actions. It's not about it's about what they're doing, the things that they do without thinking, the things that they say, the things that they portray without thinking. It shows the true nature of that person. Now, if she's only coming along when there's enjoyment, have you say that there's a project. Have you actually like put it to her? Look, I'm doing this, and I want you to do this for me. Can you help me? And she says no.
I've done something like that once, and I invited her.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, maybe. She said maybe I will come or not.
Mm-hmm.
And that day she did not show up.
Okay, and that was how many times? That was once.
Just once.
That was one test. Have you done something like that again? Has there been? Is it a pattern?
Yes, I've been observing how she has been doing something like that, but.
And have you talked to her about it?
I haven't tell her something. I haven't tell her anything about it.
That's the thing. You have to tell her about it. Ask her, put it to her, babe. Why is it that when it comes to this thing, okay, something like this has come up. Why is it that when it comes to this, you don't participate? I want to know. There's nothing wrong in asking any questions. You're not, if you're afraid of hurting her feelings, or you're afraid you're going to break whatever, you have to know you want to get married to this person. Like you said, you've made a promise to this person, and this person has made a promise to you. A promise comes with commitment. It means being there when times are hard. Look, if you want even a good example, go through, if you're going to get, if like you said, you made a promise, I'm guessing that promise is towards marriage, right?
Yes.
Now, what are the vows in marriage? To love, to honor, to cherish, in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer. When times are good, times are bad, that person is there. That is the whole commitment. Not when in richer and when we're rich and when we're richer, forgetting the poor part, or when you're healthy and forgetting the sick part. It is the two things. Love stands in the two. So if that person truly stands for you in both hard times and good times, without being told, without being forced, without being cajoled, out of their own free will and volition, that is a true sign that that person really does care about you. But then, if this is your observation, why not bring it to her? When you're upset about something, if somebody makes you angry, you tell the person, oh, look, this thing you did, I don't like. Then it's up, at least you let that person know. It's now, what does that person do? Does that person say, oh, I didn't know, I'm sorry, I will make a change? Or, you know what, I don't care. It's not about looking, it's also about active participation. If you offend somebody, you want that person to tell you that. If you don't know you've offended the person, you'll just be sitting there getting angry about something that the other person doesn't know about. So why not talk to her about it? Sit her down, have a conversation, bring it up. Babe, there was this project that I did. Do you remember when we did this? You didn't show up. And also, there was this time. Why is it like that? Is there an issue? Is there a problem? Is it that you're not interested in the things I'm interested in? Get an active response from her, so that you know how to inform and make your decision. So it's not going to be, oh, I made a promise, but I don't know if I can keep it. But then if you don't tell her the problem and let her know where she can, if let's say it's something she did wrong, maybe she doesn't know she did something wrong, give her the chance to apologize. Oh, I didn't know I offended you. I'm sorry. I'll make a change. Then you can observe to see whether her attitude becomes better or not. You understand? It comes from conversation. Talk to her.
Thank you very much.
No problem, my brother.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best, okay? Talk to her. Communication is key. Don't be afraid. Just talk to her. Let her know this is where the thing they pain you. This is where the thing they choke you. Let her know your mind. It's about being able to argue and then also being able to reconcile. Confrontation and conflict is a part of relationship.
Okay.
All right, my brother.
Thank you very much.
No problem. I wish you all the best, okay?
I'll try my best.
All right, then. Take care. 081-8999-1011. That's the number to call tonight on Heartbeat, exclusive to Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
What's your name and where are you calling me from?
Okay, my name is Victory.
Victory.
Yes,
And where is Victory calling me from?
I'm calling from Otago.
How is Utako this morning, my sister?
Otago is fine.
Fantastic. Talk to me. What can I do for you?
Okay. I want to ask a question.
Please go ahead.
Is it wrong for someone to say, I want to do a pure relationship that does not involve sex?
Okay.
I want to understand.
Mm.
That's what I want.
Mm.
But a lot of people are not really getting up to it. Then they're really feeling me.
Mm.
Sometimes, guys, sometimes they will say, this one, where is he coming? Where is she coming from?
Yes.
Let's go and marry. And sometimes they will say, okay, I will change her. Let's see, as we continue along the line, one day, something might happen, and I want to, when I change her from there, we'll continue. But when they don't see that, when they don't see the lady turning in for them,
Yes.
they get angry and they maybe drop the person and then go the rest. So
Okay.
I know it's not easy.
Yes.
I want to know if it is wrong and what can be done.
Well, okay, Victory, first and foremost, thank you for calling in. Thank you so much for calling in and your question. Now, for what you're saying, you want a relationship where there's no sex involved in it. That is your own preference. There's nothing wrong in wanting what you want. Many people go through life without even knowing exactly what they want out of their relationships. So for you to have this clear understanding or clear idea that this is what you want for yourself, there's nothing wrong there. Now, what the problem will come down to the people that are coming into your life. Now, if you let them know from the get-go, this is how you feel and this is what you want, it's now up to them to make a conscious decision and choice. Okay, she says she doesn't want sex in this relationship. Do I want to move forward or do I stay back? Now, like you said, you made a very important observation. Some guys will feel, oh, she's just saying that in time I can change her. They say it like their private parts are like a magic wand that they can just wave it in the air and then they'll change your mind. Hello? Hello, Victory? Looks like Victory put me on hold. Well, Victory, if you're still listening to me, let me just wrap up what I was saying, Victory. You put me on hold. You can call me back, but if you're listening, let me just wrap up what I'm saying. Now, Victory, like I'm saying, there's nothing wrong in wanting what you want. It's, you have a clear idea of what it is. The important thing is to communicate what you want out of your relationship from the get-go. So there's no accusation of, oh, I didn't know where you're coming from, or I don't understand what you mean. There's a clear, concise understanding from day one that this is what I want and this is what I want for myself. Now, it then comes down to the people that you meet. If they decide that they also too don't mind being in a relationship without sex, then you're lucky. But then it's a hard sell because men are sexual driven creatures. Men, of course, respond, men are attracted by what they see, and women are more attracted by what they hear. Now, sex is an important part of a relationship, but it is not the end all or be all. You can have a strictly platonic relationship where sex is not involved. That is a possibility. It's very possible. So to answer your question, yes, it is possible. It takes, but then it means that you're going to now narrow down the field, the dating field to people, because a lot of people, of course, are looking towards hooking up, and they're looking for that physical connection. Aside from an emotional or spiritual connection, they also want a physical one too. But it is not very possible to have that kind of relationship and to want what you want. The important thing is knowing what you want and going for it. I pray that in the future you're going to find somebody of a like mind who also wants what you want and will appreciate you for what you want and knowing what you want. It's a hard sell, but there are people out there who will go down that path with you, Victory. The number to call still remains 081 8999 1011. I'll take it again. 081 8999 1011. Of course, this is Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and my name still remains Bucci. And like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program, my brother.
I'm Mayor Palmer from National Assembly quarters, legislative quarters.
Mayor from legislative quarters, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's legislative quarters this morning, my brother?
It's fine. And you?
I'm good. I'm fantastic. Talk to me. What can I do for you this morning?
No, I just want to contribute something to what that girl said.
All right, please go ahead.
Because the reason sometimes some girls may talk like that, but they don't want their guy to present. But meanwhile, there's somebody outside that the guy used to blow the girl, but when it comes to you, when they say he wants to marry her, then she will refuse to open up to you. So I don't know the reason why some mama used to do like that.
Okay. Okay, so is this a question for me, Mayor?
Yes.
Okay. All right. In that kind of a situation, well, first and foremost, Mayor, thank you so much for calling. In that kind of a situation, that means that person, the girl, is not being honest with herself. She really, really is not being honest with herself. Because, instead of just saying, look, I don't want to be intimate with you, she's saying, I don't want to be intimate with anybody right now. I'm saving myself or whatever. But then she's running around outside and sleeping with somebody else. She's not deceiving you. She's deceiving herself. She's fooling herself and she's deceiving herself. The thing is, she needs to actually come out and say, look, I don't want to be physical with you, or I don't want a physical relationship with you. If it's your money I'm looking for, then just say you're looking for the person's money. If it's that you're just looking for the person's companionship or just friendship without anything, then just say so. But then women, sometimes, some women, I'm not saying it's all women, some women will say something like that because they just want to keep you around. Maybe they're benefiting something from you in that regard. Looks like Mayor dropped the call, but let me just finish up. Some people say that because they're benefiting something, but then they're out there getting, physical with someone else. In the end, that person is just deceiving themselves, not you. And that is not your problem. It is their problem. They have to learn to deal with themselves and deal with their issues directly. Hello, good morning.
Hello, it's still Victory.
Victory, welcome. I don't know if you heard what I was saying earlier.
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay, thank you. That's good. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Yeah, I'm still saying something. Like, I just had someone drop me 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Yes.
So we started dating last year. So I told him initially that I'm not going to have a relationship. I want to do a pure relationship. And he said, okay.
A pure relationship?
Yeah.
Okay.
As in without sex.
Okay.
So I don't know what came over him along the line. He started requesting for sex. And I said, I cannot.
Okay.
And he also forced me sometime. And I feel like dropping, but I really like him. And I didn't drop. But that's, anytime he does it, I hate him for that. I'm not always happy. So I tried. And because I really like him, I told him he's free to have another girl. Because I really like him and I want to be with him. I said he's free to have another girl that he wants to have sex with, even if he likes the person, no problem. I am okay with it. I can take it. So then he now got other girl. But still yet he said it's still me that he just wants to have sex with me. I said I can't give you that one that you're looking for, please. So along the line, almost a year now. So the other day he just asked for sex. I said no, please, I don't want. And he went away. He didn't pick my call for days. And then he started calling again. And then like that, he started dropping. If I asked him, please, okay, I want to see him, or he should come and see me, he said he doesn't have chance and all that. So I just sent him a message, say, I really see you don't really want me. So, and I don't want to force you to really eat. So, I sent him that message and he never replied me. He didn't call me again.
Victory.
And I really feel bad.
I know. I'm so sorry about that, Victory. I understand why you feel bad, because in the end you compromised what you believed to satisfy somebody else, and in the end it feels like you're being shortchanged. But then, Victory, the thing is, in the end, you should stand by what you believe in. You shouldn't let anybody, not for any reason, compromise what you believe in. Now, this is what you wanted initially. You wanted a relationship that didn't have sex, and he agreed to it. But then along the line, it changed. Now, sex is a very, very important part of any relationship, any physical relationship. That's the truth. Now, but then it depends on what you want and what you and your partner agree on. In the beginning, you had your views and your values, but then you compromise by saying, you know what? If you like, you can go and have sex. I'm still going to be here. You gave him the license to go outside. So, you let him step out on you. You lowered your value to him. And so that's why he didn't take you as valuable anymore. And that's why, he asked for sex. And then in the end, you even gave up on that. You even gave him the sex. Although you didn't like it and you hated it, you did it to please him. What about what is he doing to please you? What you want. Always learn your value. Always learn and appreciate your value in a relationship. Learn to be where you're accepted and not tolerated. Learn to be where you are appreciated and not tolerated. Now, you shouldn't have in any way, shape, form, or regard given in. If this is what you want, then stand by what you want. Don't compromise your beliefs. Don't compromise yourself. Don't compromise who you are for anybody. I don't care how much you liked him. If he liked you or if he loved you, he would respect you for your own beliefs and for what you want, and he wouldn't have pressured you like that. But then you should have also stood your ground. If it's something that you truly in your heart of hearts you don't want, let him know you don't want it. And if he says, you know what, I'm going to leave you, then it means that he wasn't meant to be with you in the first place.
I've always said that to him, and he will say, "Okay, he's sorry, he will not do it again."
But he
won't do it again.
But he did.
So,
but the reason why he did is because you let him do it. Victory, you let him do it. In the end, it comes down to you. Stand your ground. There's nothing wrong in wanting what you want. It's for yourself. It's for your own mind. That's what you want. But then there's also what he wants. Now, if those two things don't align, then there's no point in carrying on with the relationship. And then you already gave him the license. You told him, look, go and sleep with whoever you want to sleep with. And of course, men were like children, were like dogs. You know, whoever is feeding the person is the person he's going to attach his feelings to. And then the moment when he tries to pressure you for sex and you say no, he's just going to turn over to the person who is giving him the sex. And then he'll just say, why am I bothering myself with this person who isn't even giving me what I want when I'm getting it from right here? So now I know it's painful. I know it hurts. But let this be a lesson for you. When you enter your next relationship, stand your ground. Do not compromise your beliefs for anybody. It's because your belief, what you believe in, your belief system, it makes up who you are. And if anybody loves you, they will appreciate you for who you are. Don't compromise. Don't put yourself out there, because in the end, you did. Now see the way you feel. You feel like you feel raw. You feel like you've been cheated. You had sex with this person even though you didn't want to. You persevered. You did. You sacrificed, and this person didn't give you what you wanted, and now this person has left you. Don't give in. This person didn't.
okay.
This person didn't deserve it. He didn't deserve it.
Can I drop my number for a friend? Because my airtime will soon finish.
All right, no problem. Please
I
go
want
ahead.
to drop my number. Anybody who is good looking, smart, who
All
is
right.
selfless, and
Victory, what you're going to do, send me a text message with your name and your phone number, okay? And the things that you want. Just send a text message to this line. Can you do that for me? Oh, looks like Victory dropped. Victory, feel free to send a text message to this name, to this line, this same number, 081-8999-1011. Hello, good morning.
hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, this is Nina calling from Galadima.
Nina from Galadimawa, am I right?
Yes,
Nina, how's Galadimawa this morning?
cool.
Fantastic. Talk to me, Nina. What can I do for you?
Fine, I want to appreciate you for the program you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you so
Human
much.
Rights Radio.
Thank you, Nina.
I just have a few questions to ask.
Please go ahead.
All right. How long can one be in a relationship before you think about it? You know this person that you want to settle down with this person.
Okay. How long can you be in a relationship with a person before you know whether you can settle down with this person?
Yeah.
That question is a hard one to answer because it comes down to the type of relationship you have with that person. It comes down to it comes down to you. You as a person, you determine. Like, one thing I like to do, or one thing I always advise people to do, is before you get into a relationship, you should know yourself. You should know what you want and what you're looking out for in a relationship. Now, when you have that criteria, okay, I want somebody who's God-fearing, this person should be like this, they should have this quality, they should have that quality, core values and things that are important to you. Now, if you meet somebody, maybe you start dating the person, you're attracted to the person, you decide, okay, let me date this person, then put a side-by-side comparison. This is the person. Get to know this person. Does this person match on this level? Does this person match to this thing that I want? If that person is ticking it off, then it's then up to you to decide, this is the kind of person I want to spend the rest of my life with, or this person has met up with certain criteria that has made me want to fall in love, or made me fall in love with this person, that I feel that I can totally trust this person and spend the rest of my life with. Now, that is determined by you. there's no time frame. I can't tell you, in 6 months you should know whether you might. Some people have met each other and in less than a day they've decided they wanted to be married, and they got married maybe a month later, and they've lived and had happy marriages. Some people have known each other for more than 10-15 years. They got married and 2 years later they got divorced. It all depends on you as a person, what you want, what you look for. The important thing is knowing exactly what you want for yourself. Knowing what you want for yourself, and then letting that person, not giving that person your trust, but letting them earn your trust. Trust isn't given, trust is earned. Let them earn your trust. Build with that person. Share, open with that person. Communicate with that person on a daily basis. Learn everything. Take it like an exam. Study this person. That's how you'll know. Hello, Nina. Hello. Looks like we lost that call. Nina, we lost that call. I hope, Nina, I hope you're out there and you're still listening to the program. Of course, this is still Human Rights Radio, 101.1 FM. And of course, this is Heartbeat. And we have just under 5 minutes left before we round up the program. But I think I still have time enough for one call. So who's going to be my lucky last caller for the evening? The number to call still remains 081-8999-1011. Tonight we've been talking about cherishing your love in a marriage, in a relationship. Time is fleeting and time is fast, and if you hold on to your ego and your pride over silly things, you could end your relationship just like that. With looks like we one last call. Let me take this call before we wrap up. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. It's Loretta from Apo.
Loretta from Apo. Loretta, long time. How have you been? How's Apo this morning?
Fine.
Talk to me, Loretta. What can I do for you?
No, I was trying your number since last week, but I used to miss it sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Somehow I support you, somehow I support victory. Yeah, but if I were like someone that truly love you, if you tell the person, say, I don't want to do this, the person has to respect you.
Yes.
You what you like, what you need to do.
Yes.
But if the person didn't truly love you, the person just wants your body, the person will not respect you. There is someone that wants to spend the rest of his life with you.
Yes.
And the person will say, okay, as far as I'll get married to her, so let me calm down. Let me calm down. Then when we get married, I will have it anytime I want, free. Somehow, hello?
Yes.
Somehow we girls will make a decision, but at the end, we'll be the one to share the decision that we made for ourselves. That is all I have to say.
All right. Hello?
Hello?
All right. Thank you so much, love. Thank you so much for that contribution. You made a lot of points and a lot of sense there. Thank you so much for being a part of the program, okay?
I forgot. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead. Yes, I'm
You
hearing.
remember I called you last month or what? So the guy was still calling me. I didn't even have time to pick his call. He sent messages. Sent my friends in Lagos. He said them, I said, I'm not picking the call. I'm not answering his call.
Yes.
I said, look, that I don't even know what people are saying. If you are falling for him, you can go for him. I don't even know who he is. Because for 2 years, for two months now, they have not called. Like last week, he started calling, say, I love you, I miss you. It's not even better to call me. I don't really answer him. Because he's not, because I don't want to answer him. Because if I answer him, I will use words on him.
Yes.
Because I don't want to use words on anybody. Let him just carry himself and go.
All right. Okay, then.
All right. right.
All right,
Thank
then.
you.
Love, thank you so much. Thank you for calling and thank you for your contribution, okay?
All right.
All right.
Have
I
a
wish-
nice day.
You too. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
All right.
All right, then. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of tonight's program. I want to thank everybody who called in with their views, comments, their contributions, and everything. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And of course, alas, alas, parting is such sweet sorrow, with the words of Shakespeare. I want to thank, of course, the production team. I want to thank Mr. Desmond in the visual department and Mr. Dan in the IT department for streaming us live and making me look this good. Of course, you can, if there's any program that you heard throughout the day, anytime, whether you heard and you want to be a part of, or you want to go back and revisit or listen to, whether it's this program or any other program on this station. Like I said, we stream all our programs live and we catalog them on our sites. Just go to our social media sites, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, you name it, we're on it. Just log on, Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, leave your comments, your contributions, your questions out there for us, and we'll get back to you as we always do. Listen to us anywhere we are by downloading our app from the Google Play Store or iOS Store, and of course, be a part of this program. My name still remains Bucci, and like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts. Let's do this again tomorrow, same time, same station. But before we go, there's one very important thing you should always remember. One very, very, very important thing that supersedes and trumps every other thing in this life, and that is to love and be loved. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Show me the meaning.
And trumps every other thing in this life, and that is to love and be loved. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Show me the meaning.